All right, welcome to episode 1 of our podcast. This is Jack, my good friend.
Hello.
I'm Sankit, and we've known each other for
I think 12 to 13
12 to
years.
13 years.
And yeah, we're both big film buffs. We
Yeah.
love playing games, just everything media related, really.
Yeah,
And yeah, we've just gotten off seeing the second Mario movie
Yep.
and just had
Super
some
Mario
thoughts to
Galaxy.
talk about.
And I'm gonna head straight into it. So first initial thoughts. You wanna go first?
It's very similar to the first one.
Yep.
Same straightforward plot, nothing really too special about it.
Yep.
The animation's very well done. Unfortunately, no Jack Black singing in this one, although
that
there should have been a
hurts.
few.
That hurts to see.
Yeah. Chris Pratt is the most American
Italian.
I've ever met in my life.
I agree
I
with
haven't
that.
met him, but
Yeah, I agree with that.
yeah.
No, it was good. I'd say basically same pros and same cons as the first movie. It's really similar, very similar.
Yeah.
It's still really straightforward. It's not really trying to do anything like really different. It's trying to be straightforward. It's trying to be like easy to understand, and it is.
Yeah.
And it works. It's entertaining. Families will really enjoy it. There's not really much to say about it. The animation's great. The
Yeah.
music's great. There's still, I don't think there's as many, but there's still some good like little callbacks and like Easter eggs
Yeah,
to
there's some
the
pretty
games.
cool
There's some pretty cool
scenes.
moments, especially towards the end, I would
You
say.
can definitely tell it's made for kids.
Yeah.
There's not much it's very simple, nothing really.
Yeah, very simple plot.
There's a few moments with Bowser that
Are
were
really-
alright,
really
but
fun.
yeah, there wasn't anything too special off the top of my head,
Yeah,
really.
I'd say it's just that, like really just average, like middle of the barrel, like
Mm,
you'll enjoy it. It's not really anything you'll be thinking about, I don't think, afterwards.
yeah,
I said just
definitely.
that really. Yeah.
What were you thinking rating wise?
Rating guys, I'm thinking probably same as the first movie. I'd say about like a 6 out of 10.
Yeah,
3
I'm the
stars.
same. Yeah,
I would say it's just barely barely I'd say slightly like above average, I would say.
Yeah.
Like basically average, I would say. But there's definitely some things that I would say kind of like really enjoyable about it and fun to see.
yeah. We
Yeah.
had some interesting cinema experiences.
Yeah, it
There
was
a
really
There
interesting.
was a lot of little kids running around and screaming and laughing the whole time. It
Yeah.
was
They were really loving it.
an experience.
It was an experience.
There was this one girl in front
I was
of me
gonna
who
say
kept
that.
running up and down the aisle, and yeah, she just kept looking back at us.
She was having a great time, let's just say.
Yeah,
And there was some kid in like, I don't know if you heard this, you would have, but towards like the front row, like we were like next to like probably back right, probably like forward, like middle or like front of the cinema on like the left hand side. There was this like I don't know if it was a guy or a girl, I can't tell. Like this little kid just yelling everything they thought out. It was like the funniest thing, and they were predicting. They were trying to predict things. They were yelling predictions out, and it was like the most obvious stuff. It was so funny.
yeah. There was one point. What was it? It was
I can't remember what it was. We both
it
looked at
was
each
like
other and
that's
laughed.
the bad guy.
Yeah, yeah. That's what it was.
Yeah.
He or she, whoever the kid.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
At one point, this massive UFO comes and like sweeps up like a castle, and this kid just screams, "That's the bad guy!" And
like who else would be doing that?
yeah, that was pretty funny. We both
Yeah.
sort of just looked at each other, and yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I think that's all we really have to say. Unless you have anything else to add about it.
No,
I think
not
that's it.
really.
Not too much to talk about when it comes to that. But yeah. All right. The next topic we got is Invincible. Obviously, we're 5 episodes in
Yeah.
out of 8. Right?
Yeah, 8
8.
episodes. And the
what are we
most recent
thinking?
one was great.
What are we thinking overall? Would you say?
Overall, I think it's very solid. I wouldn't say it's the best, but I definitely wouldn't say it's the worst. I think as much as I like season 2, I do think that's the worst season.
I agree with that. I would agree with that.
There's positives in every season, don't get me wrong.
Oh,
but
for sure,
yeah, I think that one's definitely the weakest. But so far this one, I think episode 1 was alright. You see a lot of stuff with Mark that I really liked.
Yeah.
Episode 2 is more about Omni-Men, which I really liked. I love what they're doing with his character.
Yeah. Episode 3 was. What's episode 3?
The Secwoods
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was fine.
and-
Decent. 4 was,
filler.
in my
Um,
opinion, not really great. I think maybe my least favorite episode of the show.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was
Close to.
bad. I thought it was good to see a new episode, like unrelated
That's
to the
fair.
comics.
That I do agree with that. It's nice
Yeah.
that they're trying to dive away a little bit.
And
but
I'm
yeah.
interested to see where it goes because obviously it ends with the cliffhanger of I can't even remember the villain's name, but she's
That's a
like
bad sign
attacking
right there.
Earth, and Damien Darkblood's doing some Batman shit, and it's just like it's interesting. But episode 5 definitely the
Yeah,
highlight of the
I
season.
think I'm a little lower on the show. I'm
Yeah.
a decent bit lower on the show than
Yeah.
Jack is. But not to say I don't like it. I really do like the show.
Mm.
But I'm a little bit lower on it. But I would have to say that episode 5 is pretty fucking great. I'd
Yeah.
say I'd say it's probably my second favorite episode of the show, I reckon, behind the season 1 finale.
Yeah, I loved it. I would say it's easily top 3.
Oh, for sure.
It's tough because the season 1 finale, the season 3 finale, and season 4 episode 5 are all incredible, and I don't
Yeah.
really know where I would place them all. I think season 1's at the top, but
Yeah, I would still have season
the
1 at
season
the
3
top.
finale and the most recent episode are very close.
Mhm.
Tell me a bit about what you liked from the episode.
I'd say for me, I think we have the same positives on this, but the whole conversation between Nolan and Debbie is
Yeah.
easily one of the
Incredible.
highlights for me, if
That was
not the
really well
highlight.
done.
I think they there's nothing I would change. I think they did it perfectly. And I think it really like it hits you to like
Yeah.
see it. Because especially because it's been such a long time coming to like
Yeah,
see
exactly.
it. A very
You
long
see
time
a
coming.
lot. You see a lot of stuff Debbie goes through in season 2, where
Yeah.
she's an alcoholic. She's struggling with dealing with all of the stuff that Nolan does, and then you also see the other side of that coin when Nolan is going
Yeah.
around learning what he's done is wrong and how the Viltrumites
Mhm.
are terrible.
Yeah.
But then you also get to see stuff like how Nolan was brought up that way. I think that does help
Yeah,
the
for
show
sure. Yeah.
a lot about it.
Mhm.
Another thing I really liked about that episode was the Nolan and Art conversation.
Oh, yeah, great. That was great too.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed that.
You could tell a lot, like that Art was a bit scared.
Oh, he was
And,
hyperventilating at the end of
Yeah,
it.
he
for
was
sure.
very scared, but
Yeah.
he played it off well. And that line at the end where he says he doesn't dress heroes, or he only
Yeah.
dresses heroes, that was just a punch to the gut for Nolan.
Yeah, I think they're doing a really great job at it. Well, everything they've been doing with Nolan for me has been probably the highlight of the show as a whole, honestly. I think it's just amazing.
He's humanized a
And
lot.
they're continuing to do right by that. They're doing a great job with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we move on
To the
the
conquest.
second half of the episode.
That was incredible. It was good to see them all on the ship and like getting to somewhat interact with each other.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what they do with Oliver and Tech Jacket now that they've gender swapped her. I think the main reason that they did gender swap her is to make her a love interest for Oliver. I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's interesting because that
Looks like
might
that's what
play
they're
a
doing.
big difference in how he is in the comics compared to the show. So that'll be interesting to see in the later seasons.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the conquest fight.
Fucking hell. It was something.
Yeah, it was
It
great.
was great. I think they did a good job. Yeah, that ending was not at all what I was expecting. Let's just say that. He's read all
Yeah,
of them.
I've read the whole story. I know everything that's happened and what's going to happen
I
based
don't.
on the comics. If they decide to change some stuff, which they already have,
Yeah.
I fully welcome it. I enjoy most of the stuff they changed.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was good seeing Sankit's reaction to the ending because it's a very brutal.
I had quite a
moment.
reaction. I sent him a bunch of messages about it. It was really yeah, it was insane. Like, I
Yeah.
just wasn't expecting.
Yeah, it was very brutal. Very
It just kept going further and further. Like,
yeah, didn't want to stop.
and that last sequence there, or like that last moment where like that minute long, just everything being pulled out.
I did
Oh,
like seeing Mark try a different strategy to defeat Conquest this time instead of trying to throw hands with him.
Yeah.
Because obviously Conquest is a lot stronger.
For sure.
Yeah, he's wiser. He's got more battle
Experience.
intelligence and
Yeah.
everything. So it's nice to see Mark learn that his best way forward is to just try and stop the fight as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
I'm excited to see what goes on next. Do you have any predictions?
I don't even know, to be honest.
Yeah.
I know that Mark's like kind of out of action for a bit after this, which would be expected, obviously. I'm interested to see how they do that. I don't really have any predictions, to be honest. I have no idea where we're gonna go. From
What do you
here.
think's gonna
It's like the
happen
Viltrumite
with
war,
like
but-
Alan and Tech Jacket being on the Viltrumite
I have
ship?
no idea. I mean, I don't really know. Did we find out where they were going? The ship.
The ship,
Yeah.
we don't know where the ship's going
I'm
yet,
assuming I think it would be interesting for it to go back to what's the planet called?
Viltrum.
Viltrum, yeah. I think that would be interesting.
Yeah, it
but
would be.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm assuming it'll be something like that, right?
Yeah, I honestly, off the top of my head, I can't really remember, but I do know that eventually it gets very interesting, and I'm very excited to see the whole Viltrumite War like animated.
That'll be this season, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll be
okay.
it'll be the end of the
Seems
season. Hopefully, I think it'll be episode 7 and then episode 8.
Hope so.
Um,
Right, so
you
moving
start.
on to the next topic here. Daredevil, Born Again. We got season 2. We're 3 episodes in now.
Yeah.
What are we thinking?
It's a tough one because I feel like the first episode was interesting. New characters. I'm blanking here. What's Stu Marker? What's his name?
I forgot his name. Mr. Charles.
Yeah, Mr.
yeah.
Charles.
That's interesting. We haven't seen anything
Yeah,
of him after that.
he hasn't
actually,
been in any episodes since.
2 or
I'm
3,
interested to see who he's working for. We know he's working
Yeah.
with Valentina.
Yeah, that's an interesting connection right there. I do like that we're trying to connect to the outer like MCU there.
Yeah, I'm excited.
is
And
good.
then episode 2 was a bit
You
more
didn't like it.
slower.
I liked it more than you.
Yeah, episode 2 was a bit slower.
Yeah.
Not much really
It
happened.
was
The
like
story didn't really progress.
Nothing's really progressing. That's the main issue I have with it.
Yeah. And then what did you think about episode 3?
It was great. It was really. I think the first half is solid. There's a lot of solid stuff there. The second half is like, I mean, that one take, that whole fight.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Is really well done.
It was nice to actually see the swordsman again as well.
Yeah.
Especially him teaming up with Daredevil was not something I.
I think the thing I'm enjoying so much about this, or more what I will enjoy a lot about this season, is I feel like it's not the first time, it's kind of one of the few like times where we're really getting to see Matt in the suit a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't really gotten that. Obviously, season 1 we're not getting that. Season 2 we do. Season 2 is really the only time we've gotten
it's
that.
like mainly primarily the suit because he's
and then
he's
season
in hiding.
3 we don't have the suit again. Born Again season 1 we didn't really have the suit again. He gets in like what 6? I think episode 6.
I think so. Yeah.
Or 5. Something he gets it way later.
Yeah, when he fights Muse.
And now we finally have the suit again. So it's been ages since, and I like that we're not kind of my one issue with Born Again, while I do really like it and I love what they do with Foggy and like Matt and all, I think that they're kind of redoing what we're retreading like their old steps of like oh, I don't know if I should be Daredevil or like I think they already did an amazing job of that in season 3. I kind of hate that they tried to do it again, like Matt struggling like, oh, should I be Daredevil, should I not? So I do like the way they did it, which is why I'm not like too annoyed about it. But yeah, I'm kind of glad that we're not doing it again where it's like, there's no doubt now, like he is Daredevil, like he's doing it.
He is. He's been living it. I was a big fan of Fisk outing Matt Murdock as a hero.
Good idea, yeah. Great. I was really hoping
very
something like that would
smart
happen.
because you get everyone looking for Matt Murdock and everyone trying to kill Daredevil. You basically kill 2 birds with 1 stone, even though they're the same person. There's some interesting stuff going on with Muse and the psychiatrist.
True.
I can't remember her name.
Heather.
A lot of theories are going around that she's gonna get possessed. I don't know.
I don't know too much about that. I actually do want to I kind of want to read about it, but I also kind of don't.
Yeah.
So like, if that happens, I'll be able to see it. But that's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
I know that Muse has like abilities in the comics.
Yeah,
I don't know what the abilities are. I can't remember. But
a lot of people were disappointed with how quickly
I've heard that people
died.
think that this is the way that they kind of introduce Muse, but this time with abilities.
Yeah, I do like that because from what I've heard, I'm not really a big Daredevil like fan. So apart from the show, I don't really know much.
Yeah, I love the show, but that's basically my.
Yeah, I know that he goes through a lot more supernatural stuff in the comics than they go through in the show.
Yeah.
So eventually they will have to go towards supernatural.
They've kind of started in season 2 and Defenders obviously. They've started to, and the other shows have touched on it a little bit. The other Defenders shows on like supernatural stuff. Obviously Jessica Jones and Jessica Jones and Iron Fist have obviously like heavily. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. We actually have just gotten like, I don't know if it's been confirmed like actually like correctly like fully, but it looks like all the Defenders are coming back in season 3 of Born Again.
Yeah.
On set, which would be for me a dream come true.
Yeah.
So that I'm praying for. Actually, I had a question I want to ask you. What do you, or how do you reckon we're gonna? Because obviously Jessica Jones is returning this season. Finally, how do you reckon they're gonna actually go about that?
That's a tough one. I think that
'Cause
probably in the
I was kind
next
of expecting for it to happen by now,
yeah.
honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember you weren't happy
I
at the
wasn't.
end of
I
the
really just want
episode.
to see it. Yeah.
Um, I'm not sure. It's a tough one because I feel like from the trailers, there's one point where Matt looks like he's at his lowest, and then she
Yeah,
sort of like comes in.
comes in. I'm assuming that will be probably.
I'm guessing that's episode 4. I hope so because
Yeah.
they don't want to leave it too late.
I
'Cause,
was I told him this, but I actually had a guess that she was gonna come in episode 2
mm,
because they decided to release 2 and 3 together.
yeah,
And I was kind of assuming that 2 ended on the cliffhanger of her coming in, and they didn't really want people to wait or anything. So we just went
yeah. And
into episode 3.
unfortunately,
Unfortunately, that was not the case.
that would have been quite
That would have
nice.
been
That would
great.
have been really well done.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Um,
not the case.
and then yeah, what do you think about Bullseye and Daredevil potentially teaming up?
That to me is a very interesting idea. I think I'm worried, but I'm excited at the same time because I think if we can pull it off, or if they can pull it off, I think it'll be like amazing.
Yeah,
But
it's just a tough
I
one.
think it's a tough one.
because-
I don't really see how we can do that because it's
Yeah.
not even like you can do kind of like Frank and Matt where it's like they disagree but they're fighting together. It's like they hate each other, or Matt
Yeah.
rather hates.
Matt,
I mean, they
don't-
do both hate each
Yeah,
other, but
well, I
yeah.
can understand why Matt hates him. He literally killed his
Yeah,
best friend.
exactly. So it's not even like they can fight. Like I just don't see them fighting together.
Yeah. Well, it does look like there will be a team up. There was a clip
Yeah.
of him in a trailer in what looks to be the same like locker area Punisher had that they were in.
I think the only way they pull it off is Matt's fighting and Bullseye just comes in without even any
Yeah.
knowledge of Matt and just helps. And
Yeah.
Matt's like too distracted fighting other. Like, I think that's the only way, because if Matt's getting an opportunity to get his hands on
Bullseye.
Poindexter, it's
Yeah.
happening. Like it's going to
It
happen.
will
There's no
happen,
way
yeah.
he's gonna be like, oh, we need to team up. I just don't see it happening.
And then there was
But-
also a scene of I'm blanking. What's her name? Matt's love interest. I'm blanking.
Oh, Karen.
Karen. Yeah. That's bad.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't. That didn't
That
happen.
is really bad.
There was a clip of her arguing with Poindexter. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
I think so.
Where
in
was
the
this in the
trailer.
trailers?
I don't know. It looked like they're in the same area, and it looked like they were arguing with each other.
Oh, I got a question. How do we think the flashbacks
The flashbacks.
are gonna come in? Have you seen like the flashbacks? Because there are flashbacks of Foggy, Wesley, and I think.
Oh,
Karen
I've
was
seen
one
the
of them
Wesley
too.
one.
So, like, how do we reckon those are gonna like play a part in the season?
I could see it being that if Matt and Poindexter do eventually team up, I could see him regretting that in the like episode after.
Yeah.
And then like at that point he starts to have flashbacks about Foggy and like their
Mhm.
time together, and while that's happening,
Yeah.
maybe something just reminds Fisk of
With
Wesley.
Wesley.
And then at the same time Fisk and Matt are like sort of like going through the same sort of thing.
I do think it's really obvious to me, at least, that Buck is very obviously supposed to be a replacement for Wesley. Not
Yeah.
as good, but
He's
I think
still
especially
good.
after episode 3, he's kind of growing on me quite a lot.
Yeah,
I
I
think
been liking
Heather
the
and
characters a
Buck.
lot.
Heather and Buck is a really interesting.
And the Italian kid. I can't remember his name.
I don't know who you're talking
The
about.
one that like
Oh, yeah,
works
yeah,
for him.
The what, like Fisk's, like the deputy? Like,
Yeah,
I forgot
yeah.
his name.
I
can't
forgot
remember
his name
name.
as well. Yeah, that's interesting. It's interesting to see what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Time will tell.
I think it's
Do you have
been
any
solid.
death predictions?
Death predictions. Fisk's not dying. He's not going anywhere. I doubt it.
He can
That's
survive a
obviously
bullet to the face.
I
So.
wouldn't be surprised if Poindexter dies this season.
I wouldn't either. I've
Or
seen.
Heather, maybe.
Mm.
Trying to think. I don't really have a lot of death predictions.
I think.
Karen's probably safe.
I think this season will be the one where they finally kill off Vanessa.
Yeah,
there
Vanessa's
was a
good
lot
one.
of
That's a good
rumors
prediction.
about that. Obviously, nothing confirmed because I would spoil it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on with that. I could see Poindexter finally killing her, like as
I could
revenge,
too. Yeah.
and then that'll just send Fisk over the edge, and
Yeah.
it'll just up the ante on everything.
Yeah, Fisk is really I don't know, after Born Again like season 1, I was kind of expecting him to like be less critical of Matt because like Matt saved his life.
Yeah,
But yeah, it wasn't really happening, so it's kind of interesting. He's already like I feel like he's at an all-time like angriness right
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
So yeah, something like that could really
And it's also Matt's doing a good job of pissing him off even
Oh,
more.
for sure.
You got the ship
Yeah, the Northern
capsizing
Star.
in the river, and then that's causing Mr. Charles's character to pressure Fisk.
Yeah.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah. I was really interested to see the boxing match. I think that will be the next episode because they were already talking about it, and apparently the fight's coming up. That should be this episode.
That's gonna be interesting. It doesn't really make sense for a mayor to be doing boxing.
That. It's a charity match, I know, but I don't really know why the mayor.
It does fit Kingpin's character.
Yeah, I'm interested to see that. I just think there could be some cool stuff with that. I don't think it'll matter in the plot, but it could be cool.
One more question about Daredevil. Yeah. Do you think we're gonna get Spider-Man?
I hope so, but I doubt it. Yeah. I think if anything, we would get Spider-Man in the Punisher special, but I even doubt that.
I think that would make sense to have him in the Punisher special.
I think we're gonna get more of a mention than an actual like look at him, which I'm fine with. I think a mention kind of should. Yeah. I think at this point, especially because even like my first thought when I was hearing like Daredevil's coming into the MCU is he has to meet the other heroes. Or what's the point? Like I don't see what the point in making the Defenders shows canon to the MCU is if they're not gonna be in the MCU. Yeah. So I think it's time now because I feel like they were testing the waters like, oh, will this be successful? It is. I think it's time to start bringing in some of the other characters. And I think Spider-Man is the one you want to bring in. Exactly. And obviously Frank's going to be interacting with him in Brand New Day.
That's interesting. I'm very excited for that.
It just makes sense for him to be in special. Yeah. Or at least mentioned. I would like that, but we'll see. Yeah. I do love the way they're releasing this. So we have all the episodes of Born Again with the finale. Season 2, and then the week after that, we have the Punisher special.
That will be good. I wonder if they're going to tie into each other a fair bit.
I reckon they definitely will, especially if Brand New Day's right, or sorry, it's coming the week after Born Again. I also think that we don't really know the timeline of this, I don't think, but I'm assuming Frank obviously escapes prior to Born Again season 2.
Yeah. Definitely.
So I'm kind of hoping they don't brush over the fact that Frank doesn't help Matt or Karen in the season.
Well, we know he escapes prior because otherwise we would have seen him when Daredevil let everyone out.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I think since it was the post-credit scene, they didn't say anything about a time skip.
So
I'm assuming he escaped 6 months. Because I'm pretty sure Daredevil season 2 takes place 6 months before, 6 months after.
Yeah, I mean, even if he escapes like the day before, that does. I just want an explanation for why he doesn't come straight back to Matt or Karen, because in my mind, that would be the first thing he would do is he's escaped, he's going to go straight to Matt and Karen.
Yeah, you think he'd be a bit pissed off about it as well. Yeah,
so, I don't know. I mean, obviously we know the plot is to do with him hunting down the remaining, task force people and, the people using his symbol.
That main task force member, the crazy one, he's gonna die very gruesome. Yeah, he's gonna die very gruesome. I wouldn't be surprised if he does in this season by someone else. But yeah, I'm really hoping they're saving for the special because I want to see some R-rated shit. Yeah. It's gonna be good. Speaking of R-rated stuff, let's move on to The Boys.
The Boys, yeah. Season 5 is in, as of filming this, 4 days.
3. It's on the 8th, isn't it?
I think it's 9 for us. We're in Australia, so
yeah, we are.
I think it might be. No, I think it's the 8th actually. I mean, technically the 5th is. We're filming this at 1:40 a.m. So we have just entered the 5th basically. Yep. But yeah, basically 3, 4, whatever days. It's about to come out.
Very excited.
I'm about to finish season 2 of Gen V, and then I'm basically done and all ready for that. I have 5 episodes or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're ready. I'm very, very excited. A little worried, but excited.
Yeah. I haven't actually seen Gen V because I just haven't really had the time. I've just been watching other stuff.
I don't really think I don't think it'll tie in too heavily in a way that
I'm definitely gonna watch I would definitely
very
long recap.
For sure, I would.
Before I want to make sure I don't miss anything.
Yeah, because we have a lot of stuff that's already tied into season 4, the soup virus and all in Gen V, obviously. But,
Let's start. What do you think about The Boys in general? Do you want to rank the seasons for me?
Ranking the seasons, I would have. Oh, that's actually hard. I think I would have 4 at the bottom.
Yeah.
By the way, when I first watched 4, I did like it, but I thought it was quite worse compared to the other seasons. On a rewatch, I actually have liked it quite a lot more. I still would say it's not on the level of the first 3, but I do like it a lot more. I would probably have 4 at the bottom, 1 after that, 2 after that, and 3 after that. 3 at the top. And I don't know, when I was rewatching it, I watched season 1. And I was like, oh, this has to be the top. There's no way they're beating this. And then they did beat it with season 2. I was like, oh, this has got to be the top. It can't be season 3. and then it was season 3. Like they just kept going, like it just kept getting crazier and crazier.
Yeah.
My only criticism as the show goes on is I think it's just getting to a point, especially now, where like it's time to wrap this up.
Yeah.
My main issue with even like season 2 and 3, 2 not as much, but 3 I kind of had it a bit. I feel like we're just not progressing the story. Like I feel like you could basically skip entire seasons, like skip all of season 3, and you would be confused, yeah. But the general thing is still the exact same. They're still trying to kill Homelander. They still are failing to do it. Like it's kind of just getting to a point where now we need to like make major progress, which we're starting to, which is good with the soup virus and all that.
Yeah, I do think it's going to be very interesting. We get to see Homelander trying to become immortal.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. I'm not really sure. I don't really like that much. I know that he's like a egotistical guy. He's very insecure actually.
Yeah.
He's had his fair share of fights he's almost lost. He's a fraud,
Yeah.
in my opinion. If he versed anyone from a different comics verse, he would die.
He's done, bro.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see him trying to become immortal, basically.
Yeah. I really love the political stuff we did with season 4. I'm kind of hoping they continue to do that, right?
Yeah, with like him controlling, he basically is the president.
He's
He
controlling.
basically has control of the world, like even if it's through other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm interested to finish Gen V season 2 so I can talk about that more because I'm interested to see how much that'll tie in. But I just finished episode 3 and it's looking like something very important to season 5. So I can't really talk about it now because I haven't really seen it. But when I'm done, I'll definitely bring that up again on the future episodes because I'm pretty sure it's looking like that's going to be really important. But I can't really talk about it yet.
Because I know a little bit. I know I've seen like stuff when season 2 came out. I saw stuff that went down, so I do know roughly what happens. So I'm interested to know what you're thinking about.
Yeah. It's more to do with, well, I don't really know how much I should say in case, like, I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's more of like where I'm up to right now. Spoiler warning for season 2. We're about to find out. We found out that Marie, you know Marie is right? Yeah. Is Odessa, which is apparently a weapon, which is the reason that the university was made, which is really interesting. So that to me seems like it could be something important because Starlight is the one who's told them to find Odessa. So I think it's interesting to see because if Starlight's looking for it, it's got to be something related to killing Homelander, I would assume.
Exactly, or just helping them.
Yeah, so that I'm very interested to see when I finish season 2 of Gen V. I'll bring that up again. But
I do know what happens at the end of season 2 of Gen V.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So he might actually know more than me about the subject.
I don't know the entire context because I haven't seen the show. It's a bit tough too. Yeah. But I do know, like, I saw a lot of stuff that happens.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how it ends. I do think it's been a bit of a slow start because I thought season 1 of Gen V was like amazing. I adored it. I thought it was like great. Season 2's been a bit slow, but we'll see. I'm interested to see what you're talking about now, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk back about that when you're done season 2.
Do you have any predictions for season 5, the final season?
I think it's gonna end on a bang. I think
it will too.
I'm not sure how close it's going to be to the comics, but I do think that we will get a few deaths. I think Homelander, done deal. He's gone.
Yeah, they've been saying a lot about the deaths. They're throwing a bit of shade at Stranger Things very clearly. Definitely. They have been, which to me, Stranger Things really they messed up when it came to deaths.
That was,
and I think they messed up more because they publicly kept saying that there were going to be stuff. There was going to be deaths, stuff like that, really sad stuff. I was thinking, what sad, like a Black Christmas, and like all this shit, and nothing happened. And they're basically doing the same thing, but they're really doubling down on it that we are going to get the deaths. And knowing the show, we will get the deaths.
Show's a lot more gory. I think it's a lot more random, so I could see that happening.
Yeah. Butcher. I mean, I can't sit here right now and say to you that like these people are safe. Like I can say, they might be safe, but honestly, there's no certainty at all.
Yeah.
Anyone really could die here.
I think for a fact, for me, Homelander's gone. Whether it's by Butcher, I hope it's by Butcher. That would be great. Man,
please be by Butcher. Or Ryan.
I would love for them to die together. Actually.
I would love Butcher and Ryan to fucking go at it, bro. With Homelander.
I would find that interesting. I think, as much as I love A-Train, I think
A-Train might be gone. Which
I hope not.
I really hope not. Also, because I just love like. I feel like if we're setting up this whole thing about him finally being a hero and like redeeming himself, I would kind of like for him to be one of the characters that kind of gets to live, just based
Yeah.
off the fact that like the message of like him doing the right
Yeah,
thing.
he had a great arc,
Yeah.
especially in season 4, where he like begins to help
Yeah.
people. There's one really
Yeah,
memorable scene.
that episode,
of-
where that happens, that part of the episode is just like that whole thing is just great to me.
Yeah.
I don't even love the episode a lot, really, but that part of it is just great.
Yeah.
It's really good stuff.
It's great seeing that kid look at him in like.
They've been doing such a good job at like slowly building up to Adrian making the switch, and now we're there where he has made the switch.
It'll
He
be
actually
nice to see him
turns-
fighting with the boys.
Yeah, he turns on the 7
Yeah.
in season 4,
And
which
then-
I honestly didn't even remember until I was on my rewatch.
Yeah.
Like up to the part where they're fighting in like the office.
Oh yeah.
Or whatever.
then
And
the
Adrian comes in and he
narcoleptic.
helps.
You
Yeah, the
got Black Noir
narcoleptic. Oh
being
my god, that shit was
narcoleptic. That
so
was
funny.
very funny.
Just laughing my ass off. But
That's
yeah,
one thing the boys does really well is their
comedy.
humor.
Oh, for sure. That
Um,
stuff they're great with that. I mean,
yeah.
no complaints there.
That was really well done. And then who else do you think's gonna die?
I don't really know. I think Huey's safe, I would say.
I hope so.
I think Kimiko's safe for the most part. I think Frenchie might die. I could see that happening.
I could say that as well. I think Stan
MM
Edgar.
could die. Stan Edgar. I don't know if he's. I mean, I'm assuming he's coming back, right?
I think so. It would make sense. It would be wrong. I think it would be weird not to have him come back.
Yeah,
I
to
can't
him.
really remember what it happens to him at the end of season 4.
I can't either. I think he just goes
I
back
think
to
he's.
prison.
I think he gets broken out of prison though.
I think he gets put back in. We might have to actually Google this. I might quickly Google this.
Yeah, I think if he does show up, I think he is most likely dead. I think Homelander will finally kill him. Just in a fit of rage. As a
Yeah.
little pussy we all know Homelander is.
He's briefly released while he avoids prison. I think he actually is still out of prison, maybe. Interesting.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
It'll be interesting. Yeah,
there
I mean,
you
he's
go.
expected,
He's
to come
expected
back.
to be a major
Oh,
role.
I just spoiled something for myself. Fuck me, but I need to stop googling
What'd you
things.
spoil?
Apparently, Stan Edgar's in spoilers. Apparently, Stan Edgar's in season 2 of Gen V, so that's great. I
don't
just remembered
remember that.
So, well, that means he'll probably be in season 5 because
Yeah,
it looks like
Makes
they're
sense.
bringing. I mean, they should be bringing everyone from Gen V in.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's great. That's nice to have spoiled by Google again. I need to stop googling things.
He does this all the time.
I always, like-
there's been so many times
yeah.
where he's playing games and he just searches
Spoils
stuff
a
up and
massive
spoils it
part of the
himself.
story. Yeah. Anyway, that's alright. Yeah.
I think that's pretty much it for this
Pretty
episode.
much, yeah. It's pretty good. Is there anything else you wanna? We're seeing the drama tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
So-
we're planning on seeing it or in like this morning, hopefully.
Yeah. This morning. Yeah. So.
So
will be
if we
also
do,
chatting about
we
that.
will be recording a video and hopefully uploading it soon. And hopefully we
Yeah.
can figure out a
Get our
name.
thoughts
for our
on the drama.
podcast.
Yeah. As of right now, as of filming this, we actually do not have a name.
Yeah, we're struggling to come up
We were
with something.
struggling, yeah, we
so,
were for about an hour and a half trying to think of a name,
Yeah.
and we could not. It's actually the hardest part is the name. So yeah.
yeah.
But
So
we'll keep
hopefully by the time we come back,
we actually
we
a
have
name.
something for you guys. But
Yeah.
who knows?
Who knows? Yeah. Drama should be good. Should be
Yeah,
good to watch.
I'm excited for that. Yeah,
Same here.
we'll think of some other stuff before we film to talk about.
yeah. There's
and
a
yep.
lot.
Yeah, that's the good thing about this area is that you never run out of stuff.
You
to
never
talk
run out
about.
of things to talk about for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. We'll
Thank you
catch
for
guys.
watching. Hopefully, there's a lot of you.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
Hopefully it's the start of something long and great.
successful.
Sounds
Hopefully.
kind of crazy. All right. And yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next episode.
Goodbye.
All right. Bye.